I am Dusk of Ulysil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes. Wait, where is he? Thou hast returned. Bless thee. I am Dusk of... It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thy wishes. For a very long time from my home I was taken, banished to a plane of distortion. It was there, long after I had relinquished all hope.
Oh, you are no different from the rest. Love this. Forgive me, my countrymen.
Damn, you've lost it, haven't you? Then I have no choice. Prepare yourself.
Hi, Shemai. I didn't expect to meet it, I suppose. And we'll make another fine trade, of course. What problem do you have now?
As likely for is he not too? Hast thou quit? I would for thou art welcome any time. It is thou hast made thyself clear, and thou leavest me. Thou shalt regret this. Fear
Stay still for a moment.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Dark Souls, and today I mean to wrap up this series of the first game. Not the whole series, just this game will be wrapped up today as far as the main playthrough stuff is concerned. I've still got some other trophies to get. I gotta pick up some slabs and some upgrade stuffs, and turns out I missed a couple covenants, a couple of which I missed because, well, I killed their leaders, so that was fun. But I decided, well, no time like the present, so here we go. It really is kind of a trek out there, but there's just something ceremonious about actually going through the whole thing, so I don't know if you can feel it while I'm feeling it, but glad we'd experience that together anyway. Also, there's something just awesome, just freaking awesome, about being able to, like, kill these things pretty quickly compared to how we were before. So, for those of you not caught up, it's been a long, long, arduous journey. I picked this up, I mean, really, I picked this up on release day. Feels like so long ago now, but there you go. I'm kind of half tempted to pick this up on Switch, just so I really can have it anywhere. Because it's funny, the first time you play this game, and again, this isn't my first time, it's my second. The first time you play this game, and you even make it here, you're already like, holy cow. Like, I fought through a lot to get here. It's really, really nice. But then there are those of us who decide, hey, I actually want to give that other path a try. And it turns out, that's me. Now, part of it is because I actually do want to try other things, because check this out, right? Let's just, let's appreciate this for a second. Strength 34, Dexterity 34, Endurance 36, Vitality 30, I mean, that's kind of recommended anyway. But look at all the points I'd have for other things if I didn't invest all that into Strength and Dexterity. I'd have a lot, right? Which means I could have a viable, like, Pyromancer, Cleric. I could probably go, like, triple class and be, like, a frickin' Cleric, Pyromancer, and... Archer? No, probably not Archer. That would still probably require some dex or something. Point being, it'd be a lot of fun. I do want to do a great club run, because that does look like a lot of fun. And that right there is just for... that's for me. Pretty much have all this armor by now, I think. Now, in just a moment, we're gonna get in there, and we're gonna do this thing. But I did want to show this. Because I saved Solaire, and because we didn't see... that's not Solaire. Do you want to do this with me? No, I wanted Solaire. What? But I saved him. Oh, well... balls. Well... alright then. After all that... it's Gwyn. He does the grabs. It's not cool. I'm actually fucking him up really hard right now. Kind of happy about that, I must say. I want your sword. He's gonna get me. See, I am way over-leveled for this. Come on, you'll get me. There was a time when all this shit was like super hard to me. There was a time. Now maybe it's because I was doing a halberd run, but I don't think a halberd should be considered a handicap. Certainly not. I'll wait till he like goes to grab me again. Ooh, I remember that. Grab me. Come on. Ow. 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 Ow! Okay. Well, I didn't say I was gonna completely whip his ass, did I? Is that a summon sign in there? Is that Solaire's summon sign? Ow! I really wanted to see if he had a fucking summon sign over here. You little fucking shit. Oh, he grabbed me. That's not good. Nobody wants to see that. Are we just gonna have a sword fight? We can do that. Yeah, till he does that shit, anyway. Yep! Now, I at one point did have his attacks memorized. Which is, as you may have figured out so far in Dark Souls, kind of important, actually. Ow. That was the wrong thing to do. That's called getting greedy. Actually, that might have just been called stupidness. Stupidness, is that a word? Foolishness? I don't know. Part of me doesn't actually want to do this because, like, he's a good guy, right? I mean, aside from locking the undead in a fucking, you know, prison, he's cool. I mean, he's badass outside of that, right? Oh, so one thing I did want to... Oh my god. Jump back. The one thing I did want to mention is that there's two endings to this game, as I understand it. And I'm gonna do the other one, not because it's what I would have done. I just want to put that out there. I'm not saying I even know what I would do in these scenarios. What I am saying, oh my god. It's like everything just got dark. Soul of Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. As I was saying, there are two endings. One involves that fire right there. The very first bonfire, if I remember correctly. The other one involves something else. I want this back, though. Those are my souls. Those are mine. You can't take them from me. So, essentially, if you've been paying attention to the story so far, there hasn't been too much of a hint there. Oh, but I do want to check this. We might as well check this, right? Soul of Gwyn, Lord of Sunlight, and Cinder, who linked the first flame. That is the first flame, okay? Lord Gwyn bequeathed most of his power to the gods and burned as cinder for the first flame, but even so, Lord Gwyn's soul is a powerful thing indeed. He burned as cinder for the first flame. So what he did, that's it's saying here, as far as I can tell, is that the Age of Fire was dying, and he sacrificed everything he had to keep it going. He himself was burning the first flame. Now, as we can see, the bonfire that was previously lit is no longer lit, because that's what happened. The fire went out. And part of me happens to think this might all have something to do with the term Fire Fades edition for 3. I don't know exactly what 3 is about, but it'll be interesting. So with that said, I could do that ending, but since I haven't seen the other ending, basically what it's having us do is say, hey, we could fulfill our prophecy as the chosen undead and get back to the first flame. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this all just kind of resets back to 0. Or we could say, nah, fuck it, and just do our own thing. It's kind of a choice. Because, okay, that's the one that I didn't do before. Just leaving. This is the one that I did do before. It kind of looks cool, but at the same time, I feel like you can just kind of figure it out for yourself, you know? So as I'm about to leave, I won't do so without being whole. So, yeah, I guess we're gonna check this one out because I haven't done this one before, and I decided, yeah, it's time.
My lord,
Whoa.
bless thy safe return. Let Garth and Frout serve your highness. We are here to serve your highness.
Whoa.
Let the true dark be cast upon the world. Our world returns.
Whoa. That's what that was? Wait, so... What the fuck? Okay. So Guinevere, or rather Gwendolyn masquerading as Guinevere, her plea... Here's the other thing. I could say her plea, I could say his plea, doesn't really matter. Gwendolyn, as it turns out, is a dude who was raised as a daughter. Due to his, I think, lighter voice, fairer complexion, slenderness, something like that, I don't know. Anyway, who was the Lord of Sunlight, yada yada. We'll just say Guinevere, what's the word? Bequeathed us? I don't know. No, bequeath I think means giving something. She basically instructed us to succeed Lord Gwyn, link the flame, and be done with it. Now, that of course means that we die. But again, I don't remember if everything resets to 0 or what happens with that. But with this, I hadn't quite taken this into account. That Frampt, the serpent, this whole time was asking us to do something different, which is to kill Lord Gwyn and take the place as the rightful Dark Lord. So they wanted the Age of Fire to finally die out. The primordial serpents, that's what they were called, so they belonged to the Age of Everlasting Dragons? And maybe they just wanted it to go back to that? I like examining this stuff in depth, but this has really been eye-opening for me. Because like I said, I had seen a few of those videos online, and I'm definitely going to be looking that stuff up later on. It's a lot to go through, because he puts a lot of content in those things. And a lot of work into it, I'd say. But the stuff that I found out for myself was just eye-opening. And that's the thing about Dark Souls is, you can just pick it up and play, sure. But it's not like a pick up and play, or like a, that kind of thing, you know? It's like, sure, you can just play through, do whatever, but unless you really take the time to understand Dark Souls, you're gonna have a hard time. By understand that, I mean understand that each weapon has different level requirements, and then each weapon has different scalings and stuff like that. So some weapons might be fun to use, because every weapon's viable, but there's always gonna be something better, you know, as far as damage, being outclassed by something. That said, you know, the same thing goes for the lore. You need to look at the world around you, see what's going on, pay attention to any cutscenes, and definitely pay attention to items, because I'm not going to say I didn't believe people when they told me that all the lore's in the items, but I'm like, really? All the lore's in the items? There it is. So we put together a story. So what we put together from the opening cutscene is that there was just gray crag trees and everlasting dragons, which I think we found in the Great Hollow. Whatever remnants there was of that. And at some point, fire came. With fire came disparity, of course. So there were... Now, the people in the beginning, this is what I can't figure out. It's what I cannot figure out. the things that found the souls in the beginning, I don't know what those were. Were those humans? Were those just hollows? Like, was hollowing even a thing? I don't know. I don't think it was. Because there was the curse of the undead, but the curse of the undead began by the feud of Pygmy picking up the last soul, and it was branded with the dark sign, something like that. Well, anyway, Gwyn was one of the ones to pick up a Lord's soul. And then similarly, you know, others picked up their things. Age of Fire began that Gwyn kicked off. Good God. Wait, is there something else? Oh, and yeah, here you go.
Yes, indeed.
New Game Plus. It all just starts over again.
Brands the undead.
Yes, the Dark Sign brands the undead. So that's what we were looking at.
And in this land,
So the feud of Pygmy is responsible for the undead? No. Humans?
the undead are corralled and led to the north.
Which was Gwyn's doing, as I understand it.
Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
The end of the world being the fire dying out. So wait, did he lock them away because he knew, oh, it's so cool, we're still wearing Artorias' armor now. Oh, that kind of kicks off really nice. So, did he lock them away because he knew that there would be a chosen undead who could just up and... whoop, there you go. Oh man, I just realized I forgot to do something. I mean, there's a few NPCs I forgot to kill just for funsies, but I forgot to do Quailano. That makes me sad, because I could have done it, just got her soul over with, and now I'm going to have to put up with a game world where I kill her and that's it. Dungeon cell key. Did I get my humanity back for killing him that time? Is that what happened? Do you lose your humanity in that puddle, but then you can get it right back? Is that a thing? Does that happen? That'd be really cool. Alright, well, anyway, everybody, I wanted to thank you so much for taking this journey with us. I know there's still a few episodes to get uploaded yet. We're not even done uploading them because it's the weekend and fuck you, I need to relax. Really. I would never say that. Maybe to Zoidberg. But yeah, Mickey, that was Dark Souls 1. And there's still 2 more to go. Plus Bloodborne. My hope is that PJ and I can pick Bloodborne back up for our recordings and such and get through that. That's going to be a trek. But we're already like halfway through the thing, not counting the DLC. So we're doing pretty good, I think. So anyway, that was Dark Souls, and we will see you all next time.
Mere undead, yet you can see me. Fascinating. I am Quailana of Izalith. I am not often revealed to walkers of flesh. You have a gift. Are you too one who seek like Sal? Yes, of course. Very well. But to pursue my pyromancy, are you prepared?
I did it.
Greetings, undead.
I found the other serpent.
I am the primordial serpent, Darkstalker Ka. I can guide thee and illuminate the truth. The truth I shall share without sentiment. After the advent of fire, the ancient lords found the three souls, but your progenitor found a fourth, unique soul, the dark soul. Your ancestor claimed the dark soul and waited for fire to subside, and soon the flames did fade, and only dark remained.
Whoa.
Thus began the Age of Men, the Age of Dark. However, Lord Gwyn trembled at the dark,
Holy shit.
clinging to his Age of Fire, and in dire fear of humans, and the Dark Lord who would one day be born amongst them. Lord Gwyn resisted the course of nature by sacrificing himself to link the fire and commanding his children to shepherd the humans. Gwyn has blurred your past to prevent the birth of the Dark Lord. I am the primordial serpent. I seek to right the wrongs of the past, to discover our true Lord. But the other serpent, Frat, lost his sense and befriended Lord Gwyn. Undead warrior, we stand at a crossroads. Only I know the truth about your fate. You must destroy the fading Lord Gwyn, who has coddled fire and resisted nature, and become the fourth Lord, so that you may
We did
usher
that.
in an age of dark.
Yeah.
Very well. I shall now
I did that already. Were you not there?
Be still, and trust thine flesh to me.
Whoa. Wait, no. Oh, God, this again. Oh, God. Wait, whoa. Oh. Ew.
This is Gwyn's prison. Now, place the Lord vessel upon the altar.
Can I just... The Covenant, though.
What is it?
Well, okay. Wow, dude. I actually got through that shit. Wow. So, I have to remind you, I'm now on New Game Plus Plus. And the Four Kings are by no means difficult individually, but if they start to gank you, it's all over. There's no getting away from it if they gank you. So you can still place the Lord Vessel, you can still do all that stuff. In order to do this, by the way, I kept the Lord Vessel and killed the Four Kings, because I told you, I knew there was some kind of covenant down there. And some other serpent that had been mentioned in some list. I knew there was some serpent, and I knew that it was in a dark place. I thought the serpent was in the DLC. As it turns out, no, not so much. By the way, we are not finishing this trophy list with this filth. We're Artorias, goddammit. We're not an archer. Jesus Christ.
Very well. Once the vessel is filled with souls, the gate to Gwyn shall open. Seek Grave Lord Leto, the Witch of Izalith, and the traitor, Seath the Scaleless. Fill this vessel with their souls, then the gate will open, so that you may kill Gwyn. Are you ready? Then let us return to the Abyss entrust thine flesh to me.
Cool, because I didn't even light the fire. So this is bananas. So he just explained everything. So the Age of Fire began, they had their Age of Fire, and then the Fugitive Pygmy ushered in... Oh my god. The Fugitive Pygmy ushered in the god... No.
Ah, if you wish, I shall grant the art of life drain.
Yes, please.
The legendary power of the Dark Lord.
Yes, please.
Can preserve your humanity while undead.
Whoa.
Cast off the shackles placed upon your brethren.
Really? And there's that trophy. I now have one more trophy left. And I will see you all once I get it. To the bonus features! Hey, it's actually PirateMummy. So we beat Dark Souls. That was really cool. This is me on New Game Plus Plus, which looks exactly the same. Only I'm on New Game Plus Plus. Things have more souls, things like that. Ahead of us are just a few videos of things that I ran across in my search for trophy hunting. And also the hopefully the beloved moment when I actually usher in every single trophy that I got on this thing, which also means that we're going to have fought Sif a total of 3 times, and it's going to be super sad to do it even more. I'm kidding, because I've already done it and it already was sad. So anyway, enjoy the bonus features if you want. There's really just, there's some neat stuff that we haven't seen before. Some stuff we have. Enjoy. What's up, guys? It's PirateMummy, and I am just about done with this. It has been a long road. We have the Abyss Greatsword. We have the Greatsword of Artorias. We have the Great Shield of Artorias. We have the Cleansing Shield. And who'd have thought the very last trophy we need to get would be in the hands of the giant blacksmith. Let me tell you something about the road that it took to get here, just so you understand my pain and my exasperation. I'm playing this game since it came out, and playing it when I can, because I don't always have time to play. But, you have to understand. I got every trophy in Bloodborne earlier this year. That was a huge thing for me, because I wasn't really a Dark Souls fan, or Soulsborne, or anything. But the first time I beat Bloodborne, I was like, you know what? If I could do that, I can do this. I can look for the trophies. Because back in the days where I actually gave a shit about buying things on Xbox, and I swear there was a day, I achievement hunted like nobody else. Which is a lie, because plenty of other people are better achievement hunters than me. The point is, I got obsessed with it. Like, I didn't want to move on to a new game until I did every single thing I possibly could. But anyway, these trophies are very, very hard. Because you have to fulfill certain conditions to unlock certain covenants to get certain items, some of which are missable and gone forever until your next playthrough. I wanted to say that because this what the hell? Why is it? What? Please hold. Right, so for the second time, the guide has lied to me. One guide said use a great sword or a straight sword hilt, and it just said Great Sword of Artorias. Another one said go ahead and use a straight sword, not a great sword, cause you're gonna be disappointed. So it did that, and that didn't help either. So it turns out what I really have to do is just use a broken straight sword or a straight sword hilt. In doing so, I should be able to obtain the last final weapon in the game. I wanted you to sit through this with me because we've been through runs to get to the boss. We've been through a lot together. We have. We truly have. And I truly appreciate you sticking with me every step of the way. This is, it's going to be a big moment for me. As I was going back to Bloodborne, I thought that I could get everything in Dark Souls pretty easily, because, hey, whatever, what is it, New Game Plus, New Game Plus Plus? No. These trophies are different than any other thing you've seen. This isn't just like, oh, beat the game on the hardest mode. No. You have to go looking. Not only do you have to go looking, but let me explain to you. The thing we saw earlier, I had to fight the 4 kings before placing the Lord Vessel. Not placing the Lord Vessel is contradictory to our nature. Once you play through this game yourself, you'll realize that. You don't have to place the Lord Vessel early on. And that's the thing about Dark Souls. You don't have to do one thing early on. Your first boss, no matter what, is going to be the Asylum Demon. I'm almost positive of that. But the second boss you face could be one of several. You could fight the Taurus Demon. I feel like you could fight Quelaag. You could fight Sif. There's a few choices beyond just that. Hell, you could probably fight another Asylum Demon. Or Chaos, not the Chaos Demon, but Wayward Demon? I don't remember, it's been too long. Anyway, I wanted you to see this with me. Because there was no way I'm gonna put myself through another New Game Plus just in order to right the wrongs of being too hasty. Now, supposedly, this is the true Great Sword of Artorias. This is the real deal. And if I'm right, and I did this properly, then we're going to have ourselves a very, very good time. I'm going to capture this moment on PS4, and I'm going to capture it on my phone because I want it. I want this moment forever. Because I'm going to get Knight's Honor, and I'm going to get the trophy that says you unlocked all trophies. Just by doing this. Okay, hopefully this is it. It's a gamble, but I'm pretty sure it's not a gamble, it's just I hope that I read everything correctly. Oh my god. Knight's Honor and the Dark Soul. I'm so happy. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, we did it. Okay, I don't know about you, but I kind of want to check out the fruits of my labors. This is the Great Sword of Artorias plus 5 from its original standpoint. This one apparently has divine power, and its scaling goes actually more so off of intelligence and faith. Now, tell me that isn't the fucking shit, right? Which means what? I could be a sorcerer slash cleric and fight with the Great Sword of Artorias, and I'd still be scaling better? Oh, child. That's pretty damn cool. Sword born from the soul of the great Grey Wolf Sith Guardian of the grave of the Abysswalker Knight Artorias. So Artorias hunted the dark wraiths, and his sword strikes harder against dark servants. So just to recap, we found out that basically the reason that everybody's in that undead asylum is because, like I assumed from the lore that I picked up so far, Gwyn feared humanity and didn't want the Age of Fire to end. And so he then went to the killing of the first flame to keep the flame going as long as he could, with the hope that the Dark Lord, quote unquote, wouldn't usurp him and bring back the Age of Men. Which brings me to my final observation. Gwyn was a god. Lots and lots of these people were gods that ushered in the Age of Fire, but the feud of Pygmy and its descendants, they were humans, basically. Just men. Just men, that's it. Anyway, with this in mind, I am going to see what this looks like. I don't care that I can't wield it effectively. Okay, this is the true greatsword of Artorias. And my god, is it pretty. Now wait a minute. Effectively with present stats. Oh, apparently I need 2 more intelligence to build it properly. Alright guys, well that, I believe, is going to be the last little tidbit for Dark Souls 1. It has been a hell of a journey. Also, I found this on my thing to Dark Souls, so with that, I bid you adieu.